what's left is right. Chasing stars and holding you. I can't see the end, but we'll see it through. Times don't fly too high. Be sure to keep the ground in sight. Fly forever if you keep it tight.
Good evening, good afternoon, good morning. Welcome to the Armoury. Welcome to Full Time Sports Network. Welcome to Aston Villa 1, Arsenal 0 match reaction. Raw reaction, literally just finished in the watch along. Still angry. Angry with VAR as well today. And it's very rare that I say that I'm actually upset with VAR because normally I go, yeah, fair dues. That was a tough decision. But today, red card, goal disallowed. Yeah, penalty as well should have been given. That's 3 decisions just there, which changes the whole complex of the game. However, what I would say, Arsenal didn't do enough performance-wise to win the game. Let's keep VAR out of it. We didn't do enough. The decisions could have helped us, obviously. Having a sending off, being a man down for Villa would have helped us. Having a penalty would have helped us. Having that goal allowed would have helped us, obviously. But our performance wasn't good enough once again. First half we were decent, to be fair. But yeah, just not good enough. Tony's already in here saying poop, 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 poop. I'm obviously happy as a Liverpool fan with this result, but VAR dominates again. Arsenal robbed of equaliser. Palace robbed against us. Says Chris, a big up to you. We're special. The football was a step off. Big up to Martel Simpson. Evening to Tony. Love the game, says Martel Simpson. We're fantastic. Bobby disagreeing with decisions must be wrong. Yes, exactly. If I'm disagreeing, they're wrong. The ball hit Cash hand, then Havertz. Yes, and there's a big possibility for me that it didn't touch anybody's hand. It could have just been an optical illusion that it touched a hand, because the angles that I saw, I felt that maybe it didn't even touch anybody's hand. But it didn't stand. It is what it is. But our performance-wise still wasn't good enough. That's the big problem I have. Like, our final decisions were not great. First half passing accuracy was very, very off. I think it was 83%. As everyone knows, I want 85 plus. 83 is not good enough. Some of our passing was poor. Some of the decision making was poor today. But yeah, just yeah. I seriously don't understand Arteta's subs. To be fair, I would have only have considered Trossard coming on. I don't get why Nketiah came on. Not good enough. Nelson, not good enough. It's just one of those, and it's Brenny, yes. As far as I know, it did. It should be in the chat. Hang on, let's see if I can. Maybe I haven't. Hang on, I'll double check it for you, PB. I thought I'd sent it. Let's have a look. It's got lost in messages, Brenny. That's what it is. There you go. There you go, mate. I've sent it. They were terrified from the word go. King Kai is not playing. King Kai, for me, best game. Again, he's just getting better and better. I was just reading the message that someone's just put in the group WhatsApp, and that's exactly what I'm thinking as well. Crikey. They stayed. Hang on, what's this? They stayed with the ref whose view was blocked, but we should rely on VAR or the referee. Yeah, they did. They basically kept with the online. I don't think what I've got a feeling is what happened is the VAR couldn't make a decision themselves. It was too hard to look at. To be fair, they would have had all angles. I don't think it hit anybody's hand, if I'm honest. But that's just my decision. My PB is here, just as angry as what I am. Hey, Brenny.
Hey, everybody.
This was our best game in years, says Martel. Martinelli was roasting their right back. That's why Emery changed. Trossard was rubbish. I don't think Martinelli had a great game, if I'm honest. It's a bit weird. We missed Arteta tonight. I'll be honest, there wasn't much difference due to the fact Miguel kind of gave it away, which Edu told him to please hide it, because Miguel was actually holding the walkie-talkie that was in communication with the bench. So, yeah, there was no difference apart from we were missing Arteta's hand movements. That's about it. But big up to Banter FC, giggling, of course he is. Still in the mix, can't win them all. Well, we can't. But it was the first half we were better. Second half we did dominate that game. There's no way about it. We did dominate that game. Any other game we probably could have won it, but it still wasn't brilliant, was it, Brent?
No, it wasn't. But we didn't deserve to lose today. And I didn't think it was a bad performance. No. And I agree with those in the chat. I mean, there are going to be a few Arsenal fans that will lose their minds, but at the end of the day, we are in a title race, and you have to say Aston Villa in a title race as well. And Liverpool top. It's basically how we do. But one thing I will say is that we definitely need a striker in January, not next summer. We need it now. Yeah. If we're that serious to win a league, we do need a striker, and you know what I mean. But what I lost my head with in the chat to say, really, it was with VAR, because I felt both those decisions were silly.
They were.
The penalty, normally, with me, I would say, if we didn't deserve a penalty, we didn't deserve a free kick or whatever, I'll be honest and, say, but that was a penalty on Jesus, and I didn't see anything wrong with that goal.
No.
At the end, I didn't see anything wrong with it.
And Diego Carlos should have been sent off.
Oh, 100%. And what Sky tried to do, they showed it from a couple of angles. And with the, I don't know if you saw it, but with one of the angles, it was on the far right of my screen, where you could only just see it. I thought to myself, come on, Sky, do better than that. Do better than that. Come on.
What I would say, this is what I think, is VAR couldn't make their decision, so they left it to the referee's decision. I think that's what it was. I think that's what I will get the feedback from. I reckon VAR couldn't work out if it touched anyone's hand, so they just decided to stick with the referee's decision, who went with it's a disallowed goal. I think that is what is going to end up being the result of that one this week. Bobby, me and you went for Villa. Yes, I did go for Villa win. I did think this would be a tough game, and I did think we'd lose. We did. However, we did actually perform, which I wasn't expecting. So I'm glad about that. It's all about how we respond again. We ain't Spursy.
Exactly.
We ain't City. We'll smash Brighton. The way Brighton are playing, yes, I expect to absolutely dominate Brighton. Now,
and we owe Brighton. We owe them.
We
After
do.
what happened last season, we owe them. What?
Yeah.
2 seasons in a row they're beating us at home. No. Cannot happen again. No,
yeah. Well, the biggest game now is in 2 weeks.
Yeah,
Liverpool.
exactly. Exactly. I actually think we'll win in a couple of weeks because I'm working. So so normally when I'm working, we get a big win. So yeah.
Liverpool were lucky today. They definitely had VAR on their side today. I think the performance wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. It was better. Yeah. Some players are still question marks for me, if I'm honest. One angle showed it hitting Cash hand. Yeah, for me, if it hit anybody's hand, it was Matty Cash. But
yeah,
I don't think VAR could work out exactly who it touched. It's mad. Right, let's get into some stats. I can't show what I normally do because obviously I haven't had time. I literally just finished the watch, but I can talk you through them. So let's start with 39% for Aston Villa, 61 for Arsenal. 10 shots for Villa. Arsenal, 3 target for Villa, 5 for the Arsenal. Corners, 3 each. XG, because I know everyone loves it. 0.51 for Aston Villa, 1.36 for the Arsenal. Kind of says it all, doesn't it, really? Passing possession. Now, I hope that improved in the second half because the first half passing accuracy was 83%, which was poor. And it only went up to 84. It has to be above 85 for Arsenal. With the way that we play, it has to be 85. And there were a lot of players today passing it to nobody, passing it out. It was, because I don't know. I think it was Tony said earlier, Saliba's probably worst performance in an Arsenal shirt. I think Gabriel was the better once again out of the two. It wasn't great. Some players performed okay. Some players were poor. Some were really good. Big up to Eagle One, shameless FA. I don't know why it's the FA's fault, but okay. So obviously, people just love to blame certain different organisations for this. It's nothing to do with the FA. FA kill Arsenal 2 times. This is not the FA. This is the PMGO. It's actually a separate organisation to the Premier League and the FA. It's got no affiliation. They're just financed by the FA and the Premier League just to pay their the wages, basically. So there's no decisions made by the FA. There's no decisions made by the Premier League. It's all the PMGO's fault. And I will stick with
up the Eagle One. Big up the Eagle One. I mean, probably got the name from Space 1999 fan, because I had an Eagle kit when I was a kid, Got to have a sense of humour tonight. You know what I mean? It's not all doom and gloom. Come on,
it's not all doom and gloom. And look, I'm hoping the Arsenal ladies put on a lovely performance tomorrow and cheer me up. So yeah, right. Let's get on to the starting lineup. Brenny, this was the team: Raya, White, Saliba, Gabriel, Zinchenko, Rice, Havertz, Odegaard, Saka, Martinelli, and Jesus. Were you happy with it, mate?
I think that was the team I chose.
That's why I was just double checking. Yeah, it was the team you chose. Most people went for this. Gumza did, Antony, Brenny did.
I was happy with the lineup. I was happy with the lineup. I thought it was good enough to get a result. I thought there'd be a few goals in it. I thought it'd be a very open game. It looked like it was going to be a very open game from the first few minutes.
Yeah,
and you know what surprised me today was how at times. Well, when Villa were playing with a high line, and we was getting beyond that most of the time. It was just that ball, the ball in the final third. It was like we couldn't finish our dinner today. No. Sounds great. So
once again, isn't it? It's always the same thing with us, unfortunately. Other than that, what did you think we missed Arteta? Because I know a lot of people are saying we missed Arteta today. I don't think we did. I think that would have made no difference.
No, we didn't. I mean, he would have been himself on the touchline. He always is animated as well and passionate. But I still think it would have been the same result.
Yeah, I don't think it. You know,
it's like I said. It's not for me. I actually thought we performed better than we did in the Newcastle game.
yes, we did.
And you know what I mean. And for me, I just think I'm not gonna moan about it too much, but I think those VAR decisions sucked. I thought it was really bad. It was really, really bad. You know, because I actually felt we deserved something out of the game. You know, I didn't think Villa didn't outplay us, but that's always going to be that's what you're going to see on Match of the Day later on. Match of the Day are going to show you. They're going to show you the best from Villa, and maybe one or two chances from us, and then it's going to be the same old. Well, Arsenal didn't really get going today, did they? The VAR decisions. Well, I didn't think it was a penalty. It's going to be all of that, you know. So
it is.
So, and you know what I mean, and that's and I just hope tonight actually they would say, well, no, Arsenal should have they deserve to get something out of this game.
Yeah,
you know,
but I guarantee that won't happen. Why would it?
Exactly.
Why would it? They just love to hate Arsenal, and that's fine.
Sky will do the same. Sky don't like us either. You know what I mean? So
they don't. They don't. Right, let's get on to some ratings. I know, Tony, you've put yours in the rate. I will definitely try to remember today to actually put your ratings up. So we're going to start with Raya. What did you make of Raya today, please, mate?
Hold on a sec.
No worries.
You know what? I didn't think he did anything wrong today. I'm not even blaming him I wouldn't even blame him for the goal. I know a few will.
Yeah.
But for me, that's on Zinny. But yeah, for me, Raya made a few saves today, but there wasn't a really lot for him to do, in all honesty. And most of Villa's shots were off target. So for me, it just be a stat. I'm giving him a 6 today because he didn't. I mean, he didn't have a lot to do.
No.
And it's not. I mean, for me, I'm not blaming him for the goal. I'm not going to. I know, you know, but yeah, 6. Just an average 6 for me.
Yeah, that's fine, mate. I want to quickly get into this comment because this is spot on. Tony's saying, we're sorry, we deserve what we got. VAR and ref, we shouldn't rely on them. Exactly. We should never rely on the VAR.
No, I agree with you. I
should never rely on refs.
No, we shouldn't. We shouldn't. Because, but like I said, you probably heard me as well. I do agree with you. But we did not finish our dinner today.
No.
There
was a good couple of chances that we were just flummoxed. Jesus, I don't know why he didn't take that cross still from Kai. Odegaard's not a striker. You know, Jesus is. Arsenal were all 10 out of 10 today. Please keep up these performances, Banter FC. Thank you very much, Banter FC, for your lovely comment. Right, let's move on to Benjamin White.
6 today.
Yeah, it wasn't his greatest.
No.
Got to be honest. Right, let's move on to Cine.
Cine, 6 as well.
Yeah. Saliba.
6. Didn't have it weren't his best game today. Well, no. It was one of his worst. And I mean, you know what? But we know what he's about. And don't be surprised next week against Brighton, he gives you an 8 or a 9. That's just how good he is. But, you know, it is hard. We've played football. It is hard to maintain consistent forms over a whole season. There's always going to be one or two games you're going to be well below your best.
Yeah, 100%. Let's move on to Gabriel.
7 today. I thought he was the best at the back.
Okay, yeah.
Still as solid as always.
I would agree. Rice.
Oh, Declan Rice today. Me gets a 6 today. Wasn't that his best for me, in my opinion?
No, he won't. He made a couple of bad choices in passing as well, which is it's our game. If our passing isn't right, which is why I say it's got to be over 85% accuracy.
Yeah,
our game's not working. Let's move on to Odegaard.
Odegaard. He gets a 6 for me as well today. Didn't influence the game at all as well as you'd want him to.
No, I agree. Right, let's move on to Havertz.
Oh, Havertz for me gets a 7. I thought he was the best again out of midfield 3. There was nothing wrong. There was nothing wrong with what happened there towards the end of the game. I didn't see anything wrong with it.
No.
And on another day, that would have been given in any other fixture.
Yeah, I think so.
You know what I mean?
I'll be honest, if the ref had given it and it went to VAR, I still think it would have been a goal because I don't think VAR could have saw enough to cancel it out. Yeah. I think it's one of those. It's the VAR just couldn't work it out. So if the ref gave it, I don't think it would have been chalked off personally. But there we go. Let's move on to Saka.
Saka, he gets 7 today. The reason why I'm giving him 7, I thought he did okay today, but there was a couple of chances he had where I thought he was going to bury it with his right, and I thought, I wish he had. I really wish he had. You know, because I think at least one of them would have been on target.
Yeah.
Not the first one, because that was difficult. But yeah, there was one where he had the opportunity to shoot with his right, and he decided to cut in and take it on his left.
Yeah. Let's move on to Martinelli.
Martinelli, I thought he started the game off really well, and he was always a threat.
Yeah.
But there was just something missing from his game today. I know he took a knock as well today, but yeah, I just think for me, he was still getting, like I said, he was still getting forward. When Villa were playing the high line, he had a few balls through to him, and he played some good balls in the box. At times where there was a time where I thought, he can just play this in with his left, but he decided to cut back right foot. But I'm going to give him a 7 today. He's still running full of energy, and he was trying. I'm not going to.
Yeah. No, that's fair enough. Jesus.
Can we take this? I thought he was unlucky. He was unlucky in the first half of an effort. He had a really good effort.
Yeah.
As usual, he was full of running. Times I think he got a little frustrated as well, because I think what threw him off a little bit was the penalty claim. And looking at it again, it was a penalty. I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
You know, that looked like something out of UFC.
Yeah.
You know, it was ridiculous. But to be honest, I didn't think he was going to come off, because I actually thought if you're gonna nick a goal, he'd be the one.
Yeah.
And you know, but I'm gonna give him. I'll give him a 7.
7. Okay, awesome stuff. Before we move on to subs and move on to Mikel, so I really can't understand why you're blaming Zinni for the goal. Look at Raya's position. I know whilst I was doing the watching on and whilst I was in instant time, I did feel that Raya could have done better. But seeing it back, it's all Zinni, you know. Yeah. I can't blame Raya. And to be fair, he had a decent game. I'll agree with the 6. You know, had a decent game. VAR, as per usual, can't do their effing jobs. Yes, we couldn't score if we were in a certain place tonight, but still had a perfectly good goal, not given by the ref. And I will correct this little bit, because it's not VAR; it's the officials operating VAR. VAR is a system. So if I made an error on my laptop, it's my error, not the laptop's error. You know what I mean? Because they're either useless. I'll leave it there. They are useless because it's not the other one, and they can't do their jobs. 100% agree. What I would say is, for people, and I did mention this to Brenny, I'm keeping an eye on the Saudi League at the moment, and they're doing it very well in the Saudi League. Once again, there's a league that's actually doing it well. So the Saudi league are operating it very well. It's working for them. It's just our officials; they're useless. No, it's not the VAR system. It's the officials that are using it. So yeah, if Arteta, if this is all Arteta's blaming, is just the VAR. I get it because it did cost us, but it's also our performance. We were lacking up front. Chances were just not great. Let's move on to the subs anyway. So Trossard came on for Martinelli. What do we want to give Trossard?
Trossard. I would say six. Standard six.
Yeah, it wasn't the greatest cameo, let's be honest. Let's move on to Nketiah.
Standard six as well.
Yeah,
he showed some fight today in them minutes, and yeah, and Carl's lucky. He was lucky he didn't get sent off because, well, if that had been the opposite,
yeah,
we would
have been a red card all day. Yeah, would have been a red card all day.
You know what I mean? So, but towards the end, with but then again, I think he was just offside, wasn't he?
Yeah,
he just offside with that header. Yeah, so
yeah. And Nelson came off as Jacob, and obviously I've got to rate Nelson because he was only on for a couple of minutes. Stupid substitution, if I'm honest, but there we go. It is what it is. When Luke says VAR, yeah, I know, I get it, but everyone likes to put the title VAR. It's not VAR; it's the officials. Everyone just blames the system. Because
yeah, I'm the same, Luke. Yeah, that's what I mean as well when I say
January transfer window is important to us, yes. And to be honest, I know we don't want to really talk about Villa, but it's going to be interesting what Villa do, because Villa are in a good position here. They've got rich owners too. They could spend big, and you never know. They might go for it. You never know. Right, let's go into other people's ratings before we rate Mikel. Tony's saying here, Raya 0. He will never be my choice. I get it. There is definitely a divide between the goalkeepers at the moment. White 7, Saliba 6, Gabriel 7, Zinni 7, Rice 7, Havertz 8. Totally agree. Saka 7, Martinelli 7, Jesus 8, Odegaard 6. Yep, totally agree. Subs Trossard 5, Nketiah 5, Nelson 5. Fair enough. We'll go back to your Arteta one in a minute. Luke saying here, Raya 4, White 3, Saliba 6, Gabriel 7, Zinchenko 5, Odegaard 1. Please pass this on to Moss, because Moss thinks I'm the only one that hates him. Because I saw it in the chat the other day that it's just me that hates Odegaard.
I wasn't happy with that, Moss.
It's like it's always me. It's just me. It's only me that it seems to be the Bobby hates Odegaard club for some reason. Rice 4, Havertz 5, Saka 4, Jesus 4, Martinelli 3. Mate, I get it. It wasn't look. If we performed that little bit better, we could have won. We performed better than we did against Luton, which I'm happy with. But yeah, we shouldn't have lost that game. Let's be honest.
No,
not with our quality as well. Because to be honest, I think Villa were actually quite scared of us in the end.
They were.
They were like, "This is not the City we played." Right. So Arteta for his sub. So what are you giving Arteta, Brenny?
Oh, 6.
Yeah. I know it's a bit difficult when he's a touchline ban, but obviously he picks the squad, makes substitutions as well. I don't care what anyone said, but he's the only one that made the substitutions today. And it's interesting because he's not using all 5 like he's entitled to. Because I think, I don't know if it was Gumza that said it in one of the chats, like bring on Jorginho to put him as defensive line and let Declan push up a little bit further. That's quite a good idea. It's changing.
It was a very good idea.
And
exactly. And I said yesterday with regards to the lineup. So I said, if Jorginho's picked, I'm happy to see him there because I thought he could do a job and push Rice further forward. But then who do you leave out? Because I'll tell you what, this moment of time, right? If Jorginho plays next week against Brighton, it's going to be him, Rice, and Havertz. Because for me, Odegaard is like, I don't care if you're our captain, you're not showing that.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. You're not showing it on the pitch. You're not taking games by the scruff of the neck.
Yeah.
I'm not happy. I'm not happy with him overall today. Even with the Luton game. He puts the ball in. He puts the ball in for Rice, and then certain people may give him a 7 or an 8. No, you know what I mean.
Yeah, I know.
He's got to step up. He's got to step up.
Yeah, 100%.
I'm not happy with him.
It was Sam and Jordan were the only ones that were brave enough to take Odegaard out of the whole starting lineup yesterday. Yeah. They went for a midfielder, Jorginho, Rice, and Havertz. And to be fair, I can see what Sam and Jordan are seeing. Odegaard isn't doing enough at the moment. Let's be honest, he's being picked because he's the captain. But for me, his performance doesn't deserve a starting place.
No, it doesn't.
Odegaard has lost his ability to pass the ball. Yes, it has. Honestly, it's just another poor performance by Odegaard. We're starting to rely too much on Rice. He will get knackered by March. Oh, yeah, forgot he did that to Saka. Yeah. This is the thing. We've got to be really careful. This is why we keep saying we need to make... I know a lot of people don't like it, but sometimes you do need to tinker a little bit just to give a player a rest. Get them fresh. I know... Well, actually... I'm going to get Mikel. I know. I don't know if you're joining on the preview on Monday. I haven't got a clue because we haven't set it up. But anyway, what do you expect on Tuesday now? Do you expect him to rest all those players?
The ones who were on the bench will feature.
Yeah.
I feel, including Jorginho. I would give Odegaard 90 minutes.
Would you?
I would personally give him 90 minutes on Tuesday against PSV. So that, just even if we lose the game, because we're already through, just put in an individual performance, just, you know what I mean? And then try and continue that to bring that in on Saturday against Brighton, because I know he'll be selected. So it's just basically to say, okay, you've left out others, you got me in, so I have to work harder then. So I'm gonna do it tonight. That's what I would do. But I would I would start Eddie. I would start Cozier Dewberry, but he won't start. I mean, I hope Will Walter starts.
Yeah.
Right back.
Yeah.
Sousa at left back would be good, and I'd rest Gabriel and play Saliba and Kirill.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and my midfield would be Jorginho, and if he's bothered, and if he's fit to play, Thomas Partey.
Yeah, less said about that, the better. I'm just trying to work out. We're not playing next Saturday, are we? We're playing next Sunday.
Is it a Sunday game?
Yeah, and it's not on TV.
I really hope it's a Sunday game. I thought it was Saturday. If it's a Sunday game, that'd be great.
It's not even on TV, mate, either.
Oh, it's next Sunday, isn't it? Of course, because Brighton are playing on Thursday night.
Yeah. So one, it's not even on TV, so we've got a problem there. Okay. I'll just looking up to see who's playing. So yeah, we're not playing. Well, we're playing, but we're not on TV, so that's going to be an interesting. I will have to do the watch along. I suppose that's one benefit. Because obviously next Saturday is actually the North London derby for the WSL. So yeah, that's going to be an interesting game.
I'm going to be because next Saturday I'm going to be not too far from you. next weekend. I'm going to be up in Birmingham.
Oh, you're in Birmingham?
Yeah.
Birmingham. Yeah, it's definitely not far, mate. It's about a 15-minute train journey.
Yeah.
Right, let's have a look, see what people are saying. I don't expect any youth players. I don't expect it. It's what when I ask everyone to do their squad lineups, I want them to be the manager, do what you want. Don't just think Arteta, because if you just think Arteta, you're going to pick all Kivior, Nketiah, Nelson. If I see Cedric, I'm going to cry. I'll be honest.
And that's the thing. I mean, Arteta would rather pick Cedric than Great Uncle Bulgaria from Wimbledon Common and play it right back. You know what I mean? I just hope that's not the case.
Yeah, because we lost today, I think he will go strong. There's no need to go strong, though. We're through. We're group winners. There's nothing to play for. Absolutely nothing. It is the most pointless game for us to play.
Got to be fresh for Sunday, mate. Definitely.
So if he goes strong, I'm sorry, he's lost his head. He's lost his head. I wouldn't let Nketiah near the team. I'd sooner Havertz play up front. To be fair, I'd love Havertz up front.
I would.
That's how I would have done it today. Like with Gums, I would have agreed with Gums' substitution. Bring in Jorginho, push Rice up, push Havertz up front with Jesus. Have the two up front. You know, them two would have been worked brilliantly together, I think. Why play Party? He will only be fit for 2 matches till he gets injured.
And you know what? You're right about that, because I think sometimes what we need to do as well is, I know not many teams do it, but in a situation like that, try and just go 4-4-2.
Why not? It's a formation that's worked before, people. Just saying.
Yeah, exactly. 4-4-2. 4-4-2. I know it's different times, but 4-4-2 won us league titles.
Yeah, exactly. A lot of people say it's a very defensive-minded setup. I don't think it is, actually.
No, it isn't. I mean, we used to. I mean, look at us. There were times in Europe. I mean, I know we never won Champions League, but there were times in Europe where we did play 4-4-2 and we battered teams, and that's away from home.
Yeah,
we were 4-4-2. You know what I mean? It's like we were 4-4-2 when we went to Roma, and I think we won 3-0 or 3-1.
Yeah,
we went 4-4-2 when we was away to Inter Milan over 20 years ago. So you know, I just felt that. See, Arsene Wenger knew how to deal with teams that would be playing 4-5-1s or 4-3-3 back in the day.
Yeah.
So I'm not saying play 4-4-2 all season, not at all. But when things aren't going well, you know,
I agree.
If the manager could tweak it a bit,
that'd be lovely, lovely jubbly. Right, party's gone. Let's get used to it. Yeah, let's be honest. I think the whole situation is over. I'll be surprised to see him. If we do play him, it means he's accepted a new deal just to keep his value, so then we can sell him for something. That's the only reason.
I still think he's got a big part to play at the club. But if he goes, he goes. But Partey, Rice, and we'd say Odegaard, but right now Partey, Rice, and Havertz midfield sounds really tasty to me.
Yeah, I agree, mate. I agree, but it is what it is. There's a whole situation that no one's aware of, and it's just it needs to finish quickly, so we can just move on from it. If I'm honest. Right, let's have a look. Right, Brenny, appreciate it as always coming on and joining me for the watch along as well.
No, my pleasure, mate. My pleasure.
I will be back. Oh, did I go through everyone's? Yeah, I did go through everyone's ratings. I will be back tomorrow because I've got Arsenal Chelsea in the morning, 12:30 kickoff. Please do join me for that. It's just as big as what tonight's was. Let's just hope it's not 2 losses in the weekend. I don't think I can cope with that, if I'm honest. Where can people find you, Bren?
Hey, you can find me here on Yarmouth TV, and you can also find me on X and Instagram as well. And like, share, subscribe, please.
Sorry, Bren, I took you off way too early there. Brenny, I'd sooner bring Charlie George. Charlie George is backstage with us all the time. He's in one of my little pictures I have. Thanks, guys. No, my pleasure. Thank you for joining us. Sorry, it's not a better result. It is what it is. We move on. We move on to Brighton next weekend. But yeah, it is what it is. Guys, take care. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. It is what it is. Take care.
All the
Bye-bye.
best.